Hey guys, and welcome back to another season of Discovery gold making video. In this one, I'm going to be showing you a steady fishing farm to do that you can make some really good steady gold. Before we get into it, I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone that has gotten a copy of this season of Discovery Gold Guide. It means a lot. Let's get right into the item that we're going to be farming for. So we're going to be fishing for raw sage fish. Now, more specifically, the smoked sage fish, which is the cooked version. This sells for a lot more, and you only need 80 cooking to actually be able to do this. You can pick up the recipe in any main city, and you want to head over to Hillsbred Foothills, and this is where you're going to be fishing for them. You'd basically run up and down the river, and then when the river is cleared out, you can go over to the little lake. Now, when you're doing this, you just want to focus on fishing the pools. So the pools are like this, as you can see in the video right now. You can see like the pool of the fish swimming around, and you want to make sure that you're only fishing in the pools. So you fish this pool out, you can get like all the way up to like 8 fish each pool, maybe even more sometimes. And then what you want to do is move on to the next location. Now there is another item that you're going to be getting whilst doing this, which is the watertight trunks. Now inside of these, there is a bunch of different materials that you can get. On top of that, you get some raw gold, and then also you get some BOEs. Now with the BOEs, if they're worth selling on the auction house, you can do that, or you can disenchant them, sell the disenchanted materials on the auction house, or you can just straight up vendor them for even more raw gold. But with the materials that you get from these, they're used in phase 1, so I'd highly recommend selling these up on the auction house for a bit of extra gold. Now on top of that, you can get the Rumsey Rum Dark, which isn't the highest version, but this still sells really good up in the auction house. But the main steady gold is going to be coming from your sage fish. And now when you cook it, it's going to sell for a bit more. And now why this is in such high demand for casters and a couple other classes, this is the best food that gives the best buff for doing the level 25 BFD raid. And everything else that is capped at level 25. This is the best buff that a lot of classes can get, and a lot of classes do want this. So it's in very, very high demand. And now once you actually cook these, they're going to sell extremely quickly, even quicker than just selling them as raw sage fish. They're going to sell a lot quicker once they're cooked into the smoked sage fish, because people need that and want it for the buff. Where if you just sell it as the raw sage fish, it's just people trying to make some gold of actually cooking the sage fish, so there is less of a market there. So what I'd recommend doing is getting up to like 100, heading over here and fishing them, and also getting your cooking up to 80 plus. And once you are 80 plus, you can actually cook these. Like I mentioned before, you can get the recipe in any major city just from the cooking vendor. Also, another good thing about this farm is that there's barely any mobs that are aggro. The turtles are neutral, so they do not attack you. You will have to either avoid like 1 or 2 mobs while running up and down the river. So you could actually come and do this on a character that isn't level 25. And you could just jump on the other side of the river. Say if there's a mob on one side, like you can see in the background right now, there's a tiger on the other side. You would just stay to this side of the river, and you can pretty much avoid them. So you could come here at a lower level if you have like an ult that you want to do fishing on while you play your main character on a different account or something like that. Or you could just come on a level 25, and the mobs are around this level, so you'll be able to just kill them and then move on and continuously keep fishing. So it's up to you if you want to bring your level 25 here or an ult. Either will work. If you bring an ult, you will have to avoid a few mobs and dodge between a couple of them. But running up and down the river, there is barely any mobs that you will actually need to aggro. So just keep that in mind. However, that was it for today's video. If you enjoyed, hit the thumbs up button. And if you'd like to learn more about making gold in Season of Discovery, you can check out my complete Season of Discovery Gold Guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. It's mainly catered to phase 1 at the moment, but every single phase is going to be updated. And if you already own a copy, you'll get all future updates completely for free sent to your email address, and that'll be the first link down below in the description box. However guys, Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a great Christmas. Till next one, take care.